sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. This video and YouTube channel is rated PG-13, so that means this channel is not for anyone under the age of 13.
So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Garrett118 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Monsterarts Godzilla King of the Monsters Burning Godzilla. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So as you can see here, we do get a very similar looking style box compared to the regular release of this version of Godzilla. Just the colors of the box is a bit different compared to the original. This one's more orangey and red, that one's more teal and bluish. So on the front of the box here on the top does say Monsterverse, Godzilla King of the Monsters. On the center we do get a very nice image of the figure. Says SH Monsterarts Burning Godzilla 2019. Then we do get the Tamashii Nation's quality sticker, says Tamashii Nations and Bandai. And then the bottom of the box here, we do get a nice image of the figure. Then we do get the barcode of blah blah blah, so if nobody cares about, then here's the top of the box. And then the one side there with a cool image of the figure. There's the other side of the box. And then the back does show some pretty cool poses you can get the figure into, along with none of his accessories, because I don't think he is included with any. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure able to take a closer look at this badass looking version of Godzilla, which looks 100 times better compared to their exclusive translucent blue version, which nobody seems to be buying because it's still in stock. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations did a beautiful job on this figure. You could just tell by looking at it with the paintwork, and I love that it's made out of a translucent plastic, and then they painted black over it, they painted orange over it, probably some brown. Maybe it's brown instead of black, a little bit of a reddish type color, and I almost dropped him, but they did a really nice job with it. Like I said in my latest editions video, I loved the regular release of this figure, and when I saw this, I knew I definitely had to get it. I like how it's darker, more in the front of his body, and then it gets that really brightish orangey yellow color towards the back and the spine. I love the way that looks. Alright, so the head sculpt looks great. Like I said, it's the same figure, just repainted. The tongue's in there and everything. You get that nice paintwork on there. The yellow for the eyes. I love the yellow and the orange on the top. That just blends so nicely there. And it blends pretty good too, where it gets more darker to the front of his body as well. Not as good around like the knee joint. I feel like it should have been a little bit brighter on the back, which they just made it all that darker color. Same with the feet as well. Not bad though, you know what I mean? Spine pieces look beautiful. Always loved the spine piece on Godzilla throughout time with all the different versions. There's even some gold on there as well on the tail. Didn't even notice that. But as you can see, it is a translucent plastic as well. The neck and everything looks great. The torso looks good. So do the arms. The hands look pretty cool too with the gold on the tips of the fingers and the claws or the nails there. Very nice sculpt detail. I always loved the sculpt work to their Godzilla figures also. Side of the legs, nice sculpt and paintwork. Same with the knees and lower legs and everything. And I like the way his feet look too. They kind of have like that elephant look to it, and his claws look dope too. And then we get to the tail, of course, which also looks great. All individual pieces, so you do get some nice articulation out of his tail there. One thing with the original Godzilla that I had an issue with this version is the tail would always unpeg there. So far I haven't had that issue with this figure. Knock on wood. But I love all the spine pieces just running all the way down the tail. We get the yellowy orange and some gold mixed in there, which looks really nice. And then the bottom of it has the more darker blackish brownish color mixed with the orange as well, which looks really nice. Just an all around, just looking at it like that, I love how that looks there. Really cool, man. One issue though, when he was burning Godzilla at the end of the movie, he was bigger, and of course it's just a repaint, so he's not bigger than the original, which is a bit disappointing. It's probably my biggest complaint I do have with this burning Godzilla here. But besides that, the detail on this thing, man, is just beautifully done. They did an outstanding job with the paint. I love the way the paint looks. And the sculpt, of course, we already knew from the original release that the sculpt detail is great on this figure. Just really nice looking burning Godzilla from the sequel Godzilla movie. But anyway, let's continue on. Alright, so real quickly, I just wanted to do a side-by-side comparison of the original Godzilla King of the Monsters Godzilla with the burning Godzilla here. And as you can see, they're both the same figure, just repainted, which is fine, but like I said, he definitely should have been a little bit bigger compared to the original Godzilla, because towards the end of the movie, like I said, he does get a bit bigger when he is burning Godzilla. But just wanted to show you a quick side-by-side comparison look of the original and the new burning Godzilla here. But anyway, let's keep going on with this review. Now for the height of burning Godzilla, with his legs straightened out to the top of his head, he's about 6 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. And then from head to tail, he seems to be about 12 inches long, or a little over 12 inches long. And then here he is compared to the Mezco Toys Skull Island King Kong and the SH Monsterarts Godzilla King of the Monsters Godzilla. And as you can see, they are the same height, because they are the same figures. And then here he is compared to the SH Monsterarts Godzilla King of the Monsters Mothra and Rodan. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. Alright, so for the articulation, same movement that we got with the regular release, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla. So we do have 1, 2, 3 points at the neck here. So the head here does have some very nice movement there. Looks up, down, pivots, and swivels. The jaw closes and opens, and then the tongue can move around a little bit as well. For some reason, I feel like he has more of a underbite this time around compared to the original, or maybe I'm just noticing it now, but I do like how their jaws are articulated, and like I said, the tongue can articulate a little bit as well. And then the other two joints do have some nice pivot, as you can see there, included with the head. And then with those joints, this one can only go up that much because the spine piece will run into this one there, but with both, or all those joints, you can get them to look up that much. And with all those joints, looks down about that much, and then they all do swivel as well. So you do get some nice movement at the head and the neck there. Then we do get 2 joints at the torso, one at the mid-torso, then one at the upper torso. And the upper torso and mid-torso, with both joints, Godzilla can crunch forward pretty good actually, and of course because of the spine piece, he can only go up about that much. And the lower torso joint, you can shift it forward and back, so you can get more movement if you shift it back going forward, and then you don't get too much more movement if you shift it back, moving him upward there. But you do get very nice pivot at both those joints as well, and then they also do swivel. Well, the upper one doesn't really swivel too much. The lower one, you get much better swivel there. Then the arms here are on ball joints, so they do go out to the sides just a little bit. They do go up and down. They can pivot as well, which is pretty cool, and you can slightly move them in a circular motion, not too much. And the elbows here are double jointed, which is definitely cool, and it does swivel where it connects into the bicep there and where it connects into the forearm. Then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist, so it does hinge back and forth and swivels as well. And then for the legs here, they can pivot, as you can see, which is pretty cool. Because they're on ball pegs, they do move up and down as well, and they can move in and out also, which is pretty cool. And then the knees are double jointed, but they don't really go back too much, as you can see right there. They do swivel where they do connect those joints. And then the legs here, we have a lower leg joint and then an ankle joint there. They both do swivel, of course. They both move forward that much, move down about that much. And then the ankle pivot on this one isn't too good with the right leg. The left leg, you get a little bit better pivot there. And then for the tail, we have just a ton of points of articulation. But you do get some pretty good tail movement with Godzilla. So you can curl his tail up about that much, and then it does go down as well. Then it moves side to side as well, which is pretty cool. And then they do all swivel also. So you can get some pretty cool Godzilla tail articulation with this Godzilla here. But it is the same movement that we did get with the original release of this Godzilla King of the Monsters. Godzilla, and you'll be able to get him in some pretty good Godzilla-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of those poses right about now.
But anyway, that is my review of the SH Monsterarts Godzilla King of the Monsters Burning Godzilla. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure with detail, I'd give it an even 9. I would give it a perfect 10 if he was a bit bigger. Accessories with display options, I'd have to give it a 0 because there is no accessories. And for the articulation and posability, I'd definitely have to give it a 7.5. And then for the overall quality, I would give it an even 9. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, so you can check out their website at agelessgeeks.com. When you check out, use codename Daredevil and you will get yourself a bit of a discount if you can't find something on their website. I do highly recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, well, I guess you didn't like it, but thanks for watching. I will see you later.
So as you can see, we do get a very nice image of the figures. Monsterverse, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. On the top says Monsterverse, Godzilla, King of the Monsters. We do King Kong and the SH figure. That's Monsterarts. Darn it.